Welcome to Gamezville, I'm Darren Malcolm and this is the House of Gaming.
Now, as usual, we got consoles in our kitchen, we got PCs in our lounge, and we got mobiles all over the place. We've even got an old man living in the attic.
Easy, Jay, you know the guru gets very offended about stuff like that. We've also got the massive sequel, in fact an early look to the sequel to Deus Ex. It's Deus Ex Invisible War.
Check this out, we'll be going all the way to space in a 1980s style arcade cabinet as we take a look at Moon Patrol.
Well, Jay, go and patrol Gamezville and tell the people what's going on.
Good idea, Des. Let me do that. First of all, people, in the PC lounge, we have got NBA Live 2004. Now, I love the NBA, but I've always associated it with a console. How will it fare on a PC? You want to find out? Stay tuned. But right now, we're off to the console kitchen because we got secret weapons over Normandy. Now, basically, you want to get involved in some serious World War II action? Well, now's your chance. And get this, you'll get to relive some of the most famous battles of the Second World War. My cup of tea. Can't wait for that one. Moving on though to the mobile pad because we never forget about mobile gamers. You're just important to us as anyone else. And today we got Pokemon Pinball on your GBA. We'll be putting that one through its paces with Sarah in the mobile pad later on. Right, oh, I nearly forgot. We've got those guys and girls that are always trying to beat Daz on a console. It's the one and only G-Team. Right, you're sitting at home, you don't know how to get involved in the show. It's very, very easy.
That's right, all you have to do is email the boys at Gamezville.tv.
In case you didn't quite catch that, that was the boys at Gamezville.tv.
Now, Jay,
Yeah.
if I was to ask you one question, it's one that I can probably read your mind, what would you want to do?
Let's get gaming!
Round one of today's face-off and we have got some mad animal antics with Super Farm on the PlayStation 2. Now, we've got two gamers, they're here for a reason. Guess what it is? It's to settle a grudge. Now, our first gamer is Luke. Welcome to Gamezville, Luke. How you doing?
I'm alright.
Yeah, you feeling good?
Yeah.
Alright, so I mean, you've got your mate Rami over there now. You two guys are here to settle a score. Tell us all about it. What's it about, Luke?
Well, I'm obviously cleverer than him, as you can see.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and he reckons he's a better gamer than me.
So you're here to prove that not only are you cleverer than him, but you're a better gamer than him, right? And I mean, you know, what kind of games are you into, Luke?
Just fighting, really.
Yeah? Well, you're playing a different kind of fighting game today. It's not your orthodox fighting game, so you need to keep your wits about you, yeah? Nice one, bro.
Right, Rami, welcome to the show, mate. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great and confident.
Yeah? You're feeling great and confident. Now, what's the problem? I mean, what's going on here? You apparently here today to prove that you're the better gamer?
He's always saying that he's smarter than me, and he's always normally beating me at fighting games, but I have a feeling this time I'm going to win.
Yeah? You know what? I'm backing you today, and I think you're going to win as well, mate.
Well, what can I say? These guys are definitely ready to go, and any second now, we're going to be kicking this face-off underway. But in the meantime, if you don't know what Super Farm's about, then have a look at this.
Ever wondered what the animals get up to when the farmer turns his back? Then wonder no more, Super Farm has the answer. When the livestock aren't grazing, sleeping, eating or oinking, they like nothing better than a spot of cartoon mayhem. With characters like Chop Foo the sheep and Frank the beef battling it out in surreal country surroundings, this is a beat 'em up like no other. In fact, if it wasn't for the dodgy farmyard smells, you could say this game was a breath of fresh air. So pick your beast and limber up, because round one is seconds away. Oh, and if you need an extra helping hand, reach for the weapons. There's anvils, umbrellas, even cow pats. Yuck!
Right, our gamers are ready to swing their shovels, but before they do, let me go through some rules. Now, face-offs are split into 3 rounds throughout the show, and each round is going to last 1.5 minutes long. Now, quite simply, whoever's got the most teeth at the end of 1.5 minutes is the round winner. It's as simple as that. Right, gentlemen, get your pads in your hands because it's all about to kick off. 3, 2, 1, let the games begin!
Right, so we've got my boy Luke, and he's playing on the bottom screen, and he's the king character.
Absolutely, and Rami's on the top screen, and he's the blue chicken. Now the aim of the game. Hit your opponent and collect his tooth. Simple as that. I've got a feeling someone's going to need to see a dentist very soon now.
I'll tell you what, Jay, I mean, you've played this game before. Is there any special tactics that these guys should be using?
Well, to be honest with you,
And I'll tell you what, Luke, you'd make a very good dentist. Now, you knocked a lot of teeth out there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, what tactics did you use in that round? I mean, you just were spinning quite a lot and doing what you had to do, weren't you?
Yeah, just
It's all about
thrashing him.
Oh, rubbing in the salt. So, I mean, it's all about time in this game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and is that what you tried to do in that round?
Yeah.
Great stuff. So what are we going to see from you in round 2?
Well, just simple thrashing.
Simple thrashing. You like that word, don't you? Thrashing.
Rami, he didn't just say a simple thrashing, did he? Did he? Did I hear right? Was I hearing things?
I think he did.
We're not going to let him get away with that, are we?
I'll get him back in the next round.
Yeah,
I let him off on that round and he knows it.
Well, you know what? Round 1 is nothing. I mean, I've seen many people win round 1 and lose the whole face-off. So, I mean, don't worry about it, mate. Just stay nice and cool. It was a close round and more in round 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Gonna step it up a little bit, yeah?
I'll take it to the next level.
Take it to the next level. That's what I'm talking about.
Sounds angry. He sounds angry, Jamie.
Now, we will be back for rounds 2 and 3, but we're going to take it to the next level and check out our first review.
Right, I'm here in the console kitchen with GT member Simon and our gamer Lyndon, and we're taking a look at a brand new title. It's Secret Weapons Over Normandy, and it's on your Xbox. Now, it's a known fact that more technological advances were made in aviation between the periods of World War I and World War II. Now, if you ever fancied yourself as a combat pilot, then check this out.
Secret Weapons Over Normandy is a story-driven combat flight game that puts players in control of authentic World War II aircraft and challenges them to undertake the war's most dangerous missions. You play the role of an elite pilot in a secret squadron, flying more than 20 realistically modelled fighters and bombers. But will this game fly off the shelves or crash land?
All right, so Si, we've seen quite a few combat sims recently. Now, I mean, what does this one offer anything new to the table?
Okay, well, this is actually the third Secret Weapons game, because we had Secret Weapons of World War II and we had Secret Weapons of the Luftwaffe, and this is the Secret Weapons of Normandy. And each time the game has become more arcadey, but there aren't so many arcade flying games. We've mainly been playing combat flight sims on the PC, and compared to them, these games are much easier to pick up and play. Obviously, you've just got a controller, not a keyboard and mouse. Makes the controls a lot more easy.
No, I mean, the fact that you don't have a keyboard and mouse, does it take anything away from the game, or does it...
On the contrary, my dear, my dear Darren, it makes it much more accessible to a lot more people. The PC combat games, they're really about simulation. They're really massively about simulation.
Yeah, totally.
And they're fine for people who are into that. And I've played and reviewed quite a few of them.
Yeah.
This game is a real breath of fresh air. It was actually developed by the same people who developed X-Wing and TIE Fighter on the console, so it does play quite like these Star Wars games. And, you know, the Star Wars flying games have always been the most successful of the Star Wars
They're very
series.
decent, aren't they?
And this game feels, obviously doesn't look anything like it, but it feels control-wise very like the Star Wars games, actually.
So we've got our gamer Lyndon over here. Lyndon, big fan of these type of games, war games, yeah?
Yeah, very
No,
much
I mean, you know, what do you think of this one? First impressions?
Well, it's better than Star Wars on PC because it's got more weapons than...
Yeah.
Because on PC you only have lasers, really.
Do the controls on this game feel more intuitive with the Xbox controller?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Quite happy with it?
Yes.
Brilliant stuff. So, Si, I'm going to ask you for a G rating, mate.
Right, I mean, great looking game, very easy to control, really good tutorial, which you have to do to understand what you're doing. I'm going to give it a just scrapes a 4G.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, I've just become generous since I stood here and it's getting 4.
All right, well, you've heard it from the expert. Secret Weapons Over Normandy gets a very decent Gamezville rating of 4 Gs. Right, now it's time to see a man. If he was a pilot in World War II, he would have been the Red Baron. It's our very own man upstairs, the games guru.
Oh, why do you pester me so? Got the guru get a little peace? Who needs me now? Far as Jabi does, he writes, Guru, will you please give me codes for Superman Shadow Apocalypse for the GameCube? A polite wisdom seeker. Far as you have said please, you have made the guru happy. You shall be repaid with wisdom. Excellent. At the code screen, enter the words first aid. First aid. It's appropriate, Faraz, for you will now have infinite health. Go, be polite. Next.
Guru, how can I see everything there is to see in Speed Kings on the Xbox?
Oh, I should really talk about finding the strength to finish the game and earning everything that owns you. but I can't be bothered. Instead, I shall overlook your laziness, sure, and give you the wisdom you require. Listen. When you start a new game, enter the name Bork Bork. It's strange, but you will need a chain, for it will unlock everything in the game. Now go play, if you can be bothered.
Guru, believe me, even though I'm playing this GBA, I am listening to every single word. Right, you want to get in touch with the great man himself, you know what to do. Send your emails to guru@gamezville.tv.
And UK digital satellite viewers, don't worry guys, we haven't forgotten about you, because if you need the Guru's expert advice, all you have to do is press that red button on your remote.
Right, coming up on Gamezville, we'll be checking out this little beauty. It's a massive game, even though it's been crammed into a GBA. It's Pokemon Pinball.
And we're going to be talking to one of the creators of the massive title, it's Deus Ex Invisible War. So don't go anywhere guys, because this is where it's happening, right after the break.
Now White's come up brilliantly on a cool water cycle, with Ariel's cool, clean action.
What makes the perfect Christmas cocktail?
It's got to be cool and very long.
Rupert! I love you!
Something smooth and sophisticated, with plenty of age.
Oi, careful.
Lots of ice.
Something shaken.
Gordon, I want to chop your veggies.
Having something delicious to nibble on.
And the vital ingredient? Your M&S. Cheers.
Be faithful to yourself. Ghost.
Welcome back to Gamezville. Now guys, if you've just tuned in, if you've just joined us, let me fill you on the action. We are playing Super Farm on the PlayStation 2 and we've got two gamers battling it out. Our first round winner is my boy Luke over here, but more about these guys in a second, because still to come, we're getting more free downloadables from our very own GT member, Sarah.
And we've got some serious b-ball action for your PC as we check out NBA 2004. What shots. Right now though, it's time for round two of our face-off! Now, I'd like you to meet Rami. He's one round to the bad, but you know what? It's all going to be redeemed right now, right? Because you're going to win round two and you're going to level it all up, one round each.
Like I said, I'll take it to the next level for him. I let him off on the first time. I'm not going to do it this time.
You know what? I don't need to say anything. That's a very intense look on my gamer. I'm quite nervous standing next to him, but he's definitely ready.
He's an angry guy, is Rami. He's an angry guy. So Luke, what are we going to do to stop him?
Well, I'm just going to thrash him.
Yeah? Just take him out of the game, basically. You know, if you win this round, you are face-off champion today by 2 rounds, right? All right, nice one, man. No pressure.
2-0.
2-0, that's right. That's my boy right there. All right, guys, pick up your pads. We are playing Super Farm. This is a 1 minute 30 round, and the one with the most teeth at the end of the round is the round winner, okay? It's 3, 2, 1. Let the game begin! Right, so, Jay, we're on. We've got my boy Luke. He's the pink character, and he's on the bottom screen.
He's in there, Rami is in blue, and he's on the top of the screen. And at the moment, he's winning. Oh yeah, he is winning. Right there, so they've got different weapons as well on this one. Yeah. There's an anvil, there's a beehive, and there's the ordinary shovel. So I mean, different weapons for different uses.
Totally. So what's the purpose of the anvil, Jay?
Well, the how'd you do it, mate?
I just beat him, end of story.
I mean,
That's how it happened.
you said you were going to take it to the next level, and you did. I mean, it was quite a convincing win. You were like a good few teeth ahead there. You got all your crowd supporting you. You got me supporting you. You're looking great for round 3. You must be confident.
I'm as confident as I ever will be.
Yeah? Well, that is all I need to hear. Whew, I don't know what to say. He's ready.
Hey, Luke, is Rami a relation to the Terminator?
Nah, well, he's as ugly as him, but...
Well, enough said. It's 1 round apiece here in the face-off zone. It's all to play for in the 3rd and final round. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're playing Super Farm, and it's all about knocking out teeth. But right now, it's time to go over to some people. I think they've got a full set of teeth, actually. It's our very own G team. Matt, 1-1 in the face-off. It's all down to the 3rd and final. Who do you think is going to take it?
Well, there's some crazy antics going down on that farm.
It's a bit crazy,
I've got no idea. Really don't know.
So what's going on in the gaming world?
I've got some good news for Xbox Live owners.
All right, brilliant stuff.
Now, Electronic Arts have previously, you may have noticed, games like FIFA 2004
Yes.
and other sort of EA Sports games haven't been Xbox Live compatible. They've only been multiplayer, like online on the PS2.
Completely.
Now, there's a reason behind that, because Electronic Arts like to be in control of their own stuff. And if they go with Xbox, they've got to go on Xbox's servers, which means that they haven't got control over the online play.
Right, okay.
Which means that, people could, if there is any slowdown and stuff, or the server isn't working well, they'll probably blame Electronic Arts and not think that it's Xbox.
Yeah.
They've actually changed their mind now, which is good, which means that they will start making games that are Xbox Live compatible.
That's great news for Xbox.
It's great because there's so many sports games that they do online for PS2, which they don't do. So, we may see the likes of new FIFA games, NBA games, John Madden games coming out on Xbox Live.
Brilliant stuff. So if you're an Xbox owner, you have got a good reason to be very excited. Nice one, Matt. How you doing, Si? You all right, bro?
Yeah, very good.
What's going on in your end of the woods?
I've got some good news for anyone who's working in an office and has been told off for playing computer games.
Oh dear, that's all of you lot.
Yeah. Well, apparently researchers at the University of Utrecht in Holland, they've done a study that shows that computer games can actually improve how employees feel about their jobs and about where they work.
Well, if I play computer games all day, I feel pretty good as well.
I'm not talking about all day, Darren. I'm just talking about this study. What happened was these people, they took about 60 people, and they were all told they could play a computer game, simple computer games like on Solitaire or Minesweeper on Windows, and they were allowed to play it for 1 hour of the day, and they had to log the time that they played it, and then they were given questionnaires afterwards at the end of the study to see how they felt.
So how did they feel?
Well, a lot of them, it improved mood, it improved their opinion of the company, and it generally improved their demeanour.
No, I can believe that, and gaming always improves your reflexes as well. Great stuff, Si. Nice one. Jamie.
Cheers, Dazza. Now, as you know, here at Gamezville, we don't mess about when it comes to gaming. We cover console gaming, PC gaming, handheld gaming, every type of gaming you can think of. But what about free gaming? What if you got no dough? Well, that's where the freebie desk comes in, and that's where Sarah comes in. Sarah, what you got for us today?
Well, this first one's a suggestion from Carl Pearson, who's 16, from Lancashire.
Nice one, Carl. Like your style, mate.
You'll find it at fatgames.net, and it's a little side-scrolling platform game called Super Kid. So you've got this Super Kid and you're firing at all your enemies. He likes this because your enemies come at you from the air in little helicopters.
Yeah.
And you've got these like strange red things. I'm not quite sure what they are, but you've got to get them as well. And you're jumping from platform to platform, catching little diamonds and things.
That was cute, I have to say.
This next one, you'll find at onlinegames.com. It's a suggestion from Johnny. And
nice
it's called
Johnny.
Space Ace. And it's not the Space Ace, which was one of the sequels to Dragon's Lair. It's actually more like the old game Thrust.
Okay.
So you've got this little spaceship and you're trying to control it in a really low gravity environment, and you've just got to thrust your way around this. It's got a little map. This is the Scorpion Cave. And then you've basically just got to fight gravity the whole time and collect these little dots, little treasures around.
You're doing pretty well, actually. You're a bit of a space ace yourself,
It's really difficult, actually. It's mainly luck, I think. But this is actually an online multiplayer, so it'll automatically find you another player to play against. So
Fantastic.
It's the one who gets the most points at the end.
Right, well, you know what? Free gamers, get out there. That is all of us, because we can all do with some free gaming. Cheers, Sarah.
You're welcome.
As always. Right, moving from freebies to messages. Now, we've been getting a virtual sackload through. And you know what? Keep them coming, because we can't get enough. But I've only got time for 2, and I'm going to have to crack on with them right now. Now, we've got a very interesting question today from Paul Kinzet from Brighton. He wants to know, I have an idea for a computer game, which I think will be really good, but I don't know where to go with it. Can you please give me some advice? Now, basically, Paul, I have to say to you, mate, it depends what kind of game you've got. I mean, for example, if you've created a beat-em-up game, then you want to go to companies, look up websites for companies that do beat-em-up games like Namco, Capcom, Sammy. You know, these guys are all specialising in beat-em-up games and that type of genre. So, you know, even going down to a video game store, picking up the beat-em-up games, flipping it around and see which companies made them and contacting them. You'll contact them very easy on the internet. So I hope that is, I hope that's a lot of help to you, Paul, mate. Good luck with that one. Now the next one, this is for you, Daz, and it's from Darius from East London. He says, my cousin doesn't like racing games, but I finally got him to take me on in a racing game. What game should we play to convince him that racing games are cool?
Tell you what, a great racing game, great multiplayer has got to be Burnout because it's fast, it's fun, it's exciting, and it will keep you on the console for ages. So Burnout, probably another good one is Mario Kart Double Dash. That's just come out on the GameCube, and again, another classy racing game. And of course, my favourite, got to say it all the time, is the Gran Turismo series. Gran Turismo 4 out very, very soon, so look out for those ones.
Nice one, Daz. Now, people, you're sitting at home, you want to get in touch with me, Daz, anyone lined up here before you, it's very easy. You can do it by one simple email to theboys@gamezville.tv.
Well said, Jay. Now, you saw me talking to him just a moment ago, but Matt has got a very important first glance because he's been talking to the developers about a brand new title. It's Deus Ex Invisible War.
Well, Inspector's in town from Ironstorm. We've just popped across to his hotel to talk about Deus Ex Invisible War. Welcome to Gamezville, Warren.
Hey, thanks a lot. Great to be here.
Now, the first game, it was very much a fusion of a role-playing game and a first-person shooter. Is this along a similar vein?
Yeah, absolutely. Deus Ex is all about breaking genre boundaries and doing stuff that people don't expect. So this one actually is, it actually feels a little more like an adventure game to me almost than a shooter and a role-playing game. But it's still busting through every genre boundary we could find.
Now, in the first game, you could mod yourself. You could change the attributes that would help you to become like a hacker or a heavy weapons specialist. Is that element still in the game?
Yeah, in this game, we actually got rid of the skill system. I'm worried fans are gonna get mad at us for that, but all of the functionality of the skill system is now over in the augmentation system, what we call the biomod system now. So yeah, you'll be able to run faster than a car and jump higher than a kangaroo and make yourself invisible and do all sorts of amazing stuff.
Now, obviously this game's about 3 or 4 years since the last game came out. What improvements have you made to the graphics? Because it's looking fantastic.
Well, we have a whole new rendering engine. I mean, we're the first game, I think, ever that's going to ship with real-time dynamic lighting and volumetric shadowing. There are some other games out there, Halo 2 and Doom 3, that are doing that kind of rendering technology, but they missed their ship dates, and we didn't for the first time in recorded history. So we're going to be first to market with that, and it really shows. It's up on the screen, all the great shadows and lighting and stuff.
Now, the story in the last game was pretty deep and involving. In this game, I believe you can alter the story a lot more.
Yeah, you're right. The story in the first game was very deep and very complex, at least for most video games. But we went a little bit further. I mean, the first game, the player had a lot of control over the minute-to-minute gameplay, but you were fighting on the side of UNATCO, and then you were fighting against UNATCO, and then you were gonna, it was pretty much pre-planned. This time, we're giving players a lot more control over that. So you've got about half a dozen factions in the game, organizations and people that are they all want you to do stuff for them. And so you get to decide whose goals you're going to actually go after, which has some interesting ramifications on the story, because it means there are no good guys or bad guys. I mean, there are no good guys or bad guys in this game. There are just the friends you make and the enemies you make based on the choices you make about which goals to go after, which is, I'm really nervous about that. I mean, that's one of our big design innovations,
Well, thank you for talking to us. Good luck with the game, and I really look forward to playing with it.
Thanks a bunch. It was great to be here.
Right, I'm in the PC lounge where we're looking at NBA Live 2004. Now let's face it, we all know the NBA. It's been around as long as sliced bread, and it's the most famous basketball league in the world, and with good reason. But I've got to be honest with you, when I think of NBA, I think of consoles. I simply don't think it's going to work on a PC. But will it? We'll be finding out very soon. But for everyone at home, take a look at this.
NBA Live 2004 is the latest basketball game from EA. It claims to be pushing forward the boundaries when it comes to basketball simulation. This boasts freestyle control, letting you make your players perform individual acts of skill. There's detailed point control, where you control your offensive and defensive sets, plus an all-new revamped, fully customizable AI. So it sounds as though it's going to appeal to basketball fans everywhere, But will he rebound or slam dunk?
Right, I'm sitting here with my man Simon from the G team. How you doing, boss?
Very good, very good.
Now tell me, man, how does this one play?
This plays really well, especially if you've got a joypad. Admittedly, if you're using the keys, you're going to find it a little bit tricky because it's not as intuitive, it's not as easy to control the players, and your fingers will be everywhere. But if you're using the joypad and you've ever played a console basketball game, then you'll notice very little difference.
Now, I mean, let's talk about graphics. I mean, I'm looking at the screen now, and I have to say, it looks quite stunning. What do you think, sir?
Yeah, graphically this game's beautiful. EA have spent a lot of time and attention getting everything right. I mean, down to even the players sat on the sideline will be moving, and all the major players have got their faces have been scanned in. Right. So it's similar to titles like FIFA Soccer, where a lot of the players look as the actual players look. Although, however, I must point out that as ESPN NBA basketball game has actually scanned in every single player in the NBA, and although these graphics do look nice, they're not as good as that game.
Right, fair enough. Now let's meet our gamer. His name's Kyle. How you doing, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm good, Frank.
Welcome to Gamezville. Now he's got his joypad in his hand, so I don't want to put him off too much, but what do you think of this game? You're battling it out with Simon there. What's going on?
Yeah, I think it's really great. The graphics are really good, and it's even better that it's on the computer.
Yeah? I mean, have you played basketball games on consoles before?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
And what do you think? Do you think this one's better or worse?
Yeah, I think this is really good, actually.
Do you know what? I have to agree with Carl. It looks absolutely stunning, and the fact that the guys have got joypads in their hands means that the controls is not a problem at all. Si, if I was to ask you for a G rating, mate, I'm very excited about this one. What are you going to give me?
This is a really good game, actually. I've been pleasantly surprised. Like you said, I'm used to games like this being on the console, but it works really well on the PC, and if anything, it looks that bit sharper and clearer.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to give this 4 Gs. It's a very good game.
Yeah, 4 Gs, very good score, very good game. NBA Live 2004 on your PC gets an official Gamezville 4 Gs. Right, now it's time to put the basketball down and pick the shovel up, because we've got two gamers in the face-off zone with a serious grudge to settle.
This is it. This is the big one because it's the third and final round of our face-off today, and we're playing Super Farm on the PlayStation 2. Now, guys, if you just tuned in, if you just switched on, let me fill you in on the action, because it's one round apiece between our gamers today, and it's all to play for because it's the third and final round. Now, we've got our gamer Luke over here. Luke, you won the first round, lost the second round, very unlucky there. Now, what are we going to see from you in the third round, bro?
Just do the same as round one.
Yeah, just go out there, do your stuff, collect as many teeth as possible. Top stuff, my man, top stuff.
Now, do you know what? I have to say, Rami, remember what I said in round one when you lost? I said it doesn't matter about round one. Round two's yours. And you know what? Right now, I think the wind is in your sails, my friend. You're the one that's confident. You're the one on the winning streak. You're the one that's going to take round three, right?
Like I said, I'll thrash him. I did that in round two. I'm going to do it in round three.
Yeah, you stepped it up to the next level. Can you step it up to a next level? Have you got 2 more levels?
I've got as many levels as he can take.
Love this guy's attitude. Right, pads in hand.
Come on, Luke, do your stuff,
mate.
mate.
Get this on. All right, it's 3, 2, 1. Let the games begin.
Right, so James, we've got my boy Luke. He's in pink character. He's on the bottom screen.
Absolutely, that's my guy, Rami. He's on the roll. He's in me. I think he's going to be taking it home. Taking that certificate home.
This is one of those games, Jay, that can go either way. All it takes is one big hit, and it's pretty much over.
Right, come on, Luke. I have to say, Rami is doing very well. Come on, Rami. 17 for the bag.
Come on, Luke, you can do it, mate.
Oh, it's leveled up a bit now.
So we've just got just over 30 seconds left, Jamie. Come on, Luke. Just one big hit, man.
Beat him up with it.
One big hit, Luke. Time it.
18 seconds, Rami. Come on, man.
Get that shovel.
Support, come on.
Yeah, come on, Luke. Pick
Get
them
those
teeth
teeth,
up,
Rami.
mate.
Get those teeth.
Yeah, come on, Luke. Come on, Luke.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And he has done it with literally 2 seconds to go. I can't believe it. Luke, you are today's face-off champion. You've got to be feeling good. He talked a good game, but you played a good game.
Yeah,
Definitely, right? How you feeling? Just tell people at home how you feel. What did it take to win the face-off?
Feeling great. Better than him at every game.
Ah, top stuff, man. This is a guy that is very happy, Jay. How does your gamer feel? How does your gamer feel?
I don't know. How do you feel, Remy? How do you feel,
I'll
mate?
congratulate him on beating me, but I still think I'm better than him at gaming.
Well, you know what?
Shake hands, guys.
Yeah,
shake hands.
Handshake.
Top stuff.
I'll tell you what, it was a very, very close round. Very close round. But Daz, what's in store for your boy over there,
Well,
man?
I'll tell you, mate, because Luke, you are today's face-off champion, and there's a G team member who's writing out your certificate right now. But there's a little question of a thing called an elite stamp. You know what that is? Yeah? And you have to play me to earn it. How do you feel?
Feel great. I'm gonna beat you.
Did you hear this guy?
All right, it's definitely on, Jay.
Oh, it is on, most definitely. Listen carefully to this next section because you might get some hints, cheats and tips as we go upstairs for some words of wisdom with the one and only Games Guru.
You visit me once again, for I have the knowledge, and you do not. Who seeks my guidance now? Richard Porteous, does you at High Guru on Max Payne on the PS2? What is the all-weapons cheat? Richard, I like your style. No messing around and straight to the point. In which case, Richard, I will not mess you around. I will get straight to the point. You have asked me for the all-weapons cheat, and I shall oblige. Listen. Pause the game, press L1, L2, R1, R2, triangle, circle, X, square. I have given you the all-weapons cheat, Richard, and thrown in the added bonus of full ammo. I am too kind, I know. Next.
Games Guru, I've heard there is a zoo level in Turok Evolution on the GameCube. Is this true?
You have heard correctly, Mark. Where did you get this knowledge? Have you been spying on the Guru? No. I believe no one would be that stupid. Listen, I will tell you how to get this level. Go to the cheat screen and enter zoo. One word, zoo. This will give you the zoo level, my friend. Now do not feed the animals.
Guru, I'm glad you're a friend and not an enemy. Now, if you need some words of advice from the man upstairs, send your emails to guru@gamesville.tv.
And UK digital satellite viewers, don't worry if you've missed any hints, cheats or tips because you can get it all back very easily at the simple press of a red button.
Now, guys, there's a lot more coming up in the show because our Clash of the Titles goes all military as Korea Forgotten Conflict takes on Commandos 3. I don't know which one's going to win, but Soldier, you better get locked and loaded because it could be dangerous.
It could be indeed. And also, we've got those little Pokemon back on the GBA, but this time, they're playing pinball. All that coming up after the break. See you soon.
I've come to Scotland to see what Sainsbury's have got in store for us this Christmas. And I'm going to kick off with their new smoked salmon. So what's so good about your salmon?
Well, as you can see here, our fish are fit and healthy because they're in a tidal loch, which means they have clear, cold water.
That is a beautiful fish. Tell me about the ingredients for your smoke then.
We use birch and juniper. It's growing all around us.
Well, that must give the smoke an amazing aroma.
Tremendous aroma and unique to Sainsbury's.
Wow, that's incredible. Look at the colour. Can I try some?
We'll have some later with the drink.
Wow, that is very, very good salmon. With Sainsbury's putting this much effort into everything, we're going to have a great Christmas.
Le Mal par Jean-Paul Gaultier.
What is this life full of care? We have no time to stand and stare.
Come on! Go on, say something Christmassy. Ho, ho, ho.
New Motorola Video Mobile, just $49.99 when purchased with £15 preloaded credit.
welcome back to Gamezville. Now, we have got so much more coming up on the show because on our retro table, guess what? We're patrolling the moon in the appropriately named Moon Patrol.
And we'll also be getting more words from the one and only Wise One. But right now, it's time for Clash of the Titles. Now, we had a message from Tyrone in Dundee, and he doesn't know which is the best military game out of Korea, Forgotten Conflict, or Commandos 3. So what better place to sort it out than Clash of the Titles? Tyrone, this one's for you, mate. I'm playing Korea Forgotten Conflict.
And I'm playing Commandos 3, Destination Berlin, Jay. Now, in my game, you take control of an elite group of commandos as they venture deep into enemy territory. Commandos 3 takes the stunningly detailed graphics and absorbing gameplay of the first two games, and what does it do? It builds on it.
Clever words ain't going to get you nowhere today, because Korea Forgotten Conflict is set between 1950 and 1953, during the conflict between North and South Korea. You will control 5 elite soldiers, and each soldier has his own special moves. I'm talking about rangers, snipers, medics, and so on. Continue, mate.
And so on what? So what, in fact, because the structure of the game in my game has changed completely. It's been revamped. It's no longer mission-based and instead features a strong narrative that drives the player through the game. Commandos captures the essence of so many wartime films perfectly. A small group of specialists attempting to win over impossible odds. Come on, Jay, you can relate to that.
Yeah, but I can relate to this better, because in this game, you will have to carefully plan the moves you are going to make, as it's not easy to complete the 15 huge missions. There's great weather effects in this game, which I haven't even mentioned, and you have access to more than 50 weapons. Korea Forgotten Conflict has got to be a winner.
Oh, you quite finished, Jay?
Not yet. I'm at quite a good bit here now.
I'll tell you what, mate. G-Team, give us your verdict. Put him out of his misery, please.
All right, it's a tough one. Korea Forgotten Conflict, it's a very good game, but it's kind of simplistic. Commandos 3, with its complexity and depth, it's easily the better game. So Korea Forgotten Conflict, it's the poor man's Commando 3. Commando 3 wins it!
It's all right, mate. It's all right. It's all right, you won.
Okay.
Fair play. Fair play. Cheers, Tyrone, for that. Calm down, Daz. Come on, mobile pad.
All
Look,
right, yeah.
It's all right. Take it easy, yeah?
Yeah, all right.
It's all right. Life's too short, mate.
Oh, do you know what? My throat is hurting after all that cheering, but that's the price of victory. What can I say? Well, we're here in the mobile pad, and we promised something for you handheld gamers, and now it's time to deliver, because I'm here with Sarah. Sarah, what are we looking at today?
Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire.
Now, this isn't just any ordinary pinball game, is it?
No, it starts off like a normal pinball machine, but if you look around, there's actually loads and loads of Pokemon scattered all around the place. It's quite a surreal pinball machine. You've got a choice of 2 tables, like the Ruby or the Sapphire, and there's like mini tables as well that you can play. And the object is not just to get your points as you bounce a little ball around, but you've got to catch the Pokemon and then try and get them to evolve as well.
No, I mean, are all your old Pokemon favourites there, like Pikachu?
Yeah, Pikachu's there all the time. He's at the bottom trying to help you, trying to keep the ball in play. And when you're actually flicking the little flickers at the bottom, then he jumps from left to right to try and help as well. But there's loads of really good things about this game. The ball moves really realistically as it pops around, and there's different modes. So you've got like your evolution mode, the catch 'em mode, when there's this little whale or a pelican that catches the ball, and then you've got catch 'em mode, and there's over 200 Pokemon that you can collect.
Wow, so it's quite a big game then.
And then the good thing about this is that there's a cable link as well.
That's going to be my next question. What about link-up play? You know, if you want to play with a friend or something like that.
Yeah, so you can actually swap your Pokemon that you managed to catch if necessary, which is a really good backup.
All right, so we've got our gamer Jason over here. Jason, welcome to Gamezville.
Okay.
So, I mean, you know, are you into Pokemon at all?
Yeah, I'm kind of, yeah.
Yeah? Who's your favourite Pokemon?
Squirtle.
Oh, yeah, very powerful. Yeah. So, I mean, how did you think this transfers as a pinball game?
It's really good because the colours are really bold and there's a lot of Pokemon to catch as well.
Yeah, quite a compelling game, something you can really get into, yeah?
Yeah.
Get your teeth stuck in.
Yeah.
Lovely, great stuff. So he seems pretty happy with it, sir. No, I mean, is there anything you don't like about it? Anything that you think that they could have done a little bit better?
I think you've got to be a real Pokemon fan to be totally captivated by this, and pinball can get a bit dry after a while, but there's lots of gameplay in there.
So I mean, and anyway, if you do get bored, you can always link up with a friend and play with them. All right, sir, so I'm going to ask you for a G rating.
I think it can't get less than a 3 Gs.
Yep, all right, well, that is very decent. So Pokemon Pinball on your GBA gets a very decent Gamezville rating of 3 Gs. Well, now it's the time of the show that I really love because it reminds me of the good old days. I think it's time to get retro.
The good old days indeed, Daz. Now, I'm with a man who's old enough to remember these games. His name is Matt, and he's from the G-Team. How you
That does
doing,
make
boss?
you my granddad, then. Yeah, we're looking at Moon Patrol. It's a 1982 game. It's an arcade game.
Come on, he
and,
looks older out of me and him. Come on. Send your email
We'll
to
do
the
a
boys
clash
at
of the titles,
Gamezville.tv.
yeah.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, Moon Patrol 1982 game. Little buggy going on the moon, avoiding all the aliens coming towards you.
Fast-paced?
Yeah, pretty fast-paced. It got quicker as you went through the levels. You went along and you had to avoid these craters. You get these flying saucers coming at you and they'd drop bombs and stuff. Big crater would appear in front of you and you'd have to jump over it in your little buggy.
I mean, that sounds a little bit like Defender.
Well, yeah, so it was sort of like Defender on the ground, really. Obviously, Defender, you're in the air, there were lots of things coming at you. Again, you had lots of things coming at you here. You had like a little radar that told you where things were coming. So there'd be different lights that flash. So one would tell you that there was a flying saucer coming from above. You'd also have these hovercrafts that would chase you from behind as well. And also minefields to negotiate. So there was loads of stuff going on, and it was, it really did get quite difficult towards the later levels.
Obviously, there's a lot of sort of games of this type, nowadays, and throughout time. So, I mean, do you think this kind of spawned a lot of spin-offs?
Well, obviously the side-scrolling aspect, but side-scrolling Jeep games, buggies on the moon. No, there's not too many going around. There's not, no. So, it was a bit of a one-off, this one, really. But yeah, still good fun and worth checking out.
Retro, always got a special place in our heart, especially this man, because like I said, he's old enough to remember them. Matt? Cheers, mate. Nice one. Thanks for your retro knowledge. Now it's time to meet someone who's got knowledge about simply everything. You need a query, this is the man you go to, because it's time to ask the guru.
Ask the guru. I am here with my infinite knowledge, waiting to take on the questions. Who wishes to ask the guru? John Mills does, he asks guru. What do Spider-Man's webs stick to when he's swinging round the city in Spider-Man the movie? There's just sky above him. John. Get with it, it's Spider-Man. If you can believe that he shoots webs from his wrists, you can believe that his webs stick to a far-off object. I think you are thinking far too much about this. Relax, John, play the game. Enjoy it. Next. Guru, when will we see a new version of Double Dragon? The original version rocked. Mark Watson. Yes, the original version did rock, as you say, Mark. It's actually one of Darren and Janie's favorite retro games. Although don't let that put you off. I know a little something about this game, Mark. It has just been released in the US on the Game Boy Advance, an old game on a modern console. If you wish to play it, my friend, I suggest you pick up an import. Or wait for a UK release. Enjoy.
Right, it's that time I've been waiting for. It's face-off finale time. This is where we really do separate the men from the mice. Now I'd like the camera to pan this way a second and meet Luke. Luke is our face-off champion. This is his certificate, but right now he wants that all-important elite stamp. But this isn't the freebies desk. We don't give them away. This is the face-off zone. Everything has to be earned. You're going head-to-head with Daz on Super Farm on a PS2. You still confident?
Yeah.
Yeah? I mean, tell me about any special tactics you're going to bring to the table in this finale round.
Just gonna thrash him.
You're going to thrash him?
End of story.
Do you know what? That's been his tactic throughout the whole show. Why should he change now? Let's get some more opinions and let's meet Rami. Now, Rami was our defeated gamer today. He lost 2 rounds to 1. Rami, who you backing, mate?
I'm backing Luke.
You backing Luke? You think he's going to take Daz out, yeah?
Yeah, I do. I know that he can get the elite stamp, and I want him to.
Right,
He
well,
deserves
it will be going right there if he gets it. Let's get some more opinions. Quickly, who you backing?
Luke.
Backing Luke, who you backing? Luke, who you backing?
Luke.
Well, we've got 3 people backing Luke. Luke, I mean, you've got a lot of pressure on your shoulders here. Me personally, I'm backing you, Daz. Don't worry, mate.
Oh,
and I'm
cheers,
sure the
Jake.
whole of the G team are as well.
Cheers.
You ready?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You don't look ready.
No, I'm ready.
Right.
I'm ready.
Guys, are we ready? Yeah! All right, well, let's see if the elite stamp is going to be earned. Right, 3, 2, 1. Let's get the game! Okay, so we've got Luke on the screen, and he's the pink chicken. And we've got Daz on the top screen, and he's the blue chicken. And right now, very, very close. Remember, Daz, time the bombs. Nice one. Still very, very close. Nothing in it. Right, so now on the bottom screen, we've got Luke as the pink chicken. And Do you know what? I can't believe it. I really cannot believe it. This gentleman was down throughout the whole round. He was 2 teeth behind until literally, like the last second. You turned it around. How did you do that?
My brain.
Yeah, your brain and your thumbs and fingers as well. Fantastic gaming skill. You know what? It gives me great pride to give you the certificate. It's not just a face-off champion certificate. It's a face-off elite champion certificate. Show that to the nation. That's yours. Give them a bigger round of applause than that. Come on. I want to hear you. Fantastic. Can we get a handshake?
Well done, mate. Well done, Luke. Top stuff, bro. Good game right there.
Unlucky, man. He tried really well. I mean, he was winning till the last second, and then he just turned it around. What can I say? Right, this is the worst part of the show for me because it's the time when the show ends. I know.
Oh, dear,
unfortunately. But you know what? For UK digital satellite viewers, the fun doesn't have to stop there. Just pick up your remote control and press your red button. And some of the things you can get involved in is gaming. Yes, you can get gaming by a simple press of the button. You can also get hints, cheats and tips from the wise one upstairs and loads more. Right, D?
Absolutely. Now, as Jay said, unfortunately, it is the end of the show. But you know where to come for the best in hardcore gaming action! Yeah!
Out-of-control, dry, rebellious hair stops here.
Now discover hair that's 4 times smoother. L'Oreal Elvive Smooth Intense with Neutrilium. A unique tailor-made technology combining micro-oils to nourish and calm hair. 4 times smoother, sleeker hair. Elvive Smooth Intense Anti-Frizz program from L'Oreal. Introducing Elvive's most powerful weapon against frizz. Smooth Intense Anti-Frizz Serum. Make sure the rebel this party season isn't your hair.
Sit down, son.
What?
I think you and I need to have a little chat.
What about?
Drugs.
Go, 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 go!
Mrs. Garvey, put your son down and move away from the conversation.
He made me say it!
Drugs are illegal, talking about them isn't. So talk to Frank.
I love pickled onions. I love piccalilli. Baby beets are a bit of all right when you toss them with a salad on a Thursday night. What they've got in common is one almighty twang. Bring on the Branston, bring on the Branston, bring on the Branston tang. I love pickled onions. I love pickled beetroot. Piccalilli's a bit of all right in the cold meat sandwich any weekday night. Food is only so-so unless it's got some bang. Bring on the Branston, bring on the Branston, bring on the Branston tang.
Makes me wish I was a blue whale. Why? Because the blue whale's got the biggest tongue in the whole world. Over here, you got your sweet taste buds. Here, your bitter taste buds. Strongbow, unlike most other drinks, gets them both very excited.
Bitter, sweet, Strongbow. It's what your taste buds would order.
Good night.
Having your throat kissed by Whole Soothers.
You're the one. CK1.
Calvin Klein.
Previously on Angel. Nahazian prophecies mention a Trokron that brings about the ruination of mankind.
Imagine what could have happened if you'd gone nuts and slept with Darla.
You know I would never do that.
Hello, lover.
Darla? Darla?
Darla,
This is impossible.
tell me about it. Daddy, you slept with her? How are you feeling?
Get away from her! You're gonna be alright. I'll kill her for this.
You're gonna have to find her first. Go on. Do it. Do it! Do it!
The child has a soul.
No, it doesn't. Whatever this thing is, it's arriving right about 3, 2, now.
Just tell me where he is.
Found them. Go.
Ah, is your mother home there, young lady? You take us to her.
Father said not to let strangers in while he's away.
Well, we're not strangers. You're Sarah, aren't you? We know all about you. You're the apple of your father's eye.
Would strangers know that?
So, lass, we two friends enter. Is that a yes, then?
Yes.
Ah, lovely.
You dear girl. Remind me to give you a special treat.
They're trapped inside.
Did your mommy make you that dress, Sarah?
What sort of fuss out?
Evening to you, ma'am.
Good evening.
Burn it down if you have to.
We could only stay for a moment, but we have a message for your husband.
You know my Daniel. What is his message?
I'll give it to Sarah.
On my signal.
Close your eyes. I have a surprise for you.
Okay. Kill your husband, Mr. Holt. Never mind, I'll tell him myself.